I would now like to turn the podium over to Wright-Hennepin's Chief Financial Officer, Angie Pribyl.
Good evening. I have the opportunity to share Wright-Hennepin's outstanding consolidated financial condition. Wright-Hennepin's financial statements were audited by the firm of Brady Marks. We are pleased to report they issued another clean audit opinion. Your business thrived in 2014 by maintaining its very strong balance sheet and an excellent operating condition. These strong financials were complemented by competitive rates, which your board chair will report on in just a minute. Let's review your cooperative's financials performance by highlighting the main components of Wright-Hennepin's balance sheet and statement of operations. If you'd like to follow along, please refer to the top of page 7 in the program, the top of page 7. December 31st, 2014, total utility plant found on line 3 of the balance sheet, $164.5 million, a $6 million increase from year-end 2013. This is the amount we invested to keep the grid safe and strong. The other property and investments, line 10, $44.7 million. This line includes Wright-Hennepin's capital credits from other cooperatives we do business with. Cash, line 11, $12.5 million. The electric utility business is one of the most capital-intensive businesses that exists. For that reason, Wright-Hennepin maintains strong cash reserves. Total assets, the value of your business, $190 million. Line 22, total members' equity, $77.7 million. This is your ownership in the business. The majority of the equity is allocated to you, the member. Wright-Hennepin continues to maintain an excellent equity-to-asset percentage of more than 40%. Total long-term debt, line 26, $80.6 million, which is Wright-Hennepin's mortgage on the $164 million investment in poles, wire, meters, transformers, substations, etc. Wright-Hennepin's debt portfolio is diversified amongst 3 lenders, and we have an enviable blended interest rate of 3.83%. Line 34, total members' equity and liabilities equaling total assets, $190 million. Moving on to the 2014 Statement of Operations found in the middle of page 7 in the program, the middle of page 7. Line 51, operating revenues, $90.7 million. And line 52, cost of power, Wright-Hennepin's largest cost, $64.4 million. Both very similar to 2013. Total local operating expenses, line 56, $13.3 million. This came in less than 2013. These are costs to operate the business: wages, benefits, equipment maintenance, phone costs, paper and supplies, etc. This graph shows how Wright-Hennepin compares to the industry. You can see how successful your employees have been in keeping operating costs amongst the industry's very best. Total fixed charges found on line 60, $10.7 million. This includes property and real estate taxes, depreciation, and interest on long-term debt. That leaves us with net operating margins, which are margins from the electric operation, almost $2.4 million. Conservation Improvement Program, line 62, a $550,000 cost. This is the mandated required spending by the state for energy conservation programs. Non-operating margins, line 63, almost $450,000. This is interest income as well as the profits from the WH Holding businesses, which are wholly owned by Wright-Hennepin. These businesses provided 2014 profits and also absorbed $2 million of operating expenses from the electric side of the business, an immediate direct benefit for you in the form of very competitive electric rates. Generation and transmission and other capital credits, line 63, almost $2.3 million. This is not cash, but the allocations from our power suppliers and associated organizations. Line 66, net margins for 2014, $4,551,933. This is our bottom line and a very healthy bottom line. Per the bylaws, margins from the electric operations are returned to the members in the form of capital credits, which are credited on your electric bill at the end of each year. More than $41 million in capital credits have been returned to you since 1957. Your board chair will have an exciting announcement about capital credits in his speech. The headline for this report could be, "Your cooperative continues to be financially strong and a competitive leader." We would be pleased at this time to entertain any questions or comments which you may have about the financial report.